Again. I wanted to take the opportunity to do a little video. It's been probably about a month. It's been more than a month since my last video. And some things, kind of happened that I wanted to share. I fell off the wagon. I didn't just fall off the wagon. I dove headfirst off the wagon into a ditch while the wagon was going 60 miles an hour. And while I was down there, some things kind of, I realized some things, and so I want to share them with you because I know that I can't be the only one, that has these kind of problems and whatever. And maybe you need to know that you're not the only one that has them either. So, so I went home to Kentucky for a weekend, camping. It was fun. I then a couple weeks later went to Annapolis to a football game with my boyfriend's family, and it disrupted my meal planning. I have been doing really good. My wagon going 60 miles an hour, all this momentum I had, with my meal planning, with my exercise, with my weight loss. I had hit a 30-pound mark right before I went to Maryland, actually. So even with the Kentucky thing, it's still, I still was, making an effort. And so, I realized some things. And so the first thing I realized is that I am completely obsessed with food. I'm obsessed. Like, everything that I put in my mouth, how many carbs does it have? How much protein, how much net carbs, and doing math and all that stuff. Even like French fries, alcohol, shrimp, like, even though I wasn't counting that stuff, like I wasn't keeping track of what I was eating, I was still, everything that I ate, I was thinking about what I was going to eat next. Like what, since I'm kind of off the wagon, then, what else can I gorge myself with before I go back onto this thing? And I really realized how unhealthy my relationship is with food. And like really unhealthy. I don't think that normal people, whether you're overweight or you're not overweight, I don't think that normal people think about food as much as I do. And so I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know what to do. Maybe the next video will be about how I figured it out, and whatever, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I do know that whatever it is, I have to figure it out because it's really stressing me out now. Now I'm like stressed about it, because meal planning gives me a sense of control. I know what I'm having for breakfast every morning. I know what I'm having for lunch, and I know that if I eat these things, then this will happen, which is the weight loss. And when I step away from that at all, the only thing I'm thinking about is I'm not going to meet my goals, and I know that's, to be motivated is yay. To be obsessed with it is not yay. So I don't really, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. The second thing that I learned is that this is not a diet. Like, I'm not going to be able to count my carbs and exercise and lose X amount of pounds and then just go to eating whatever I want. It's never going to be like that for me. I'm always going to have to do this for as long as I'm alive, or for as long as I want to be healthy anyway, or at a reasonable healthy weight. Which I knew, like I knew that this was going to have to be a life change, you know, just a lifestyle change. But then when I went back to my old things, you know, that's when I realized that you can't do this. I felt terrible, really. When I came back from Kentucky, my feet were so swollen that I could not get my shoes on. And it was just because I have been eating, you know, this tremendous amount of carbs, you know, and when I came back from Annapolis, you know, I'd been drinking a lot, actually, is what happened with that. And yeah, like I have to get, you know, before it was like I realized, oh, I have control, but then I don't always want to have control, you know, like that kind of tight rein, you know, on my food. I think about food way too much. I think about calories and, you know, what I have to do to work that off. And if I, you know, don't eat like that, then I'm not gonna, you know, ever be different. So this has been a really like moment, you know, for me this month. And I started back this week with my meal planning. And I'm not, you know, using my Fitness Pal this week. Next week I probably will, even though next week is Thanksgiving. You know, I'm not really daunted by the holidays at all because, you know, I feel like I've really overcome a lot of things. You know, it's just that if I can stay on track, if I can, you know, catch that wagon, you know, because when you fall off a wagon that's going 60 miles an hour and you finally, you know, bring your head out of the ditch and you look and that wagon is like this big, you know, it's daunting and you're like, ugh, I should just eat a whole cake. You know, I'm already in the ditch. And I wanted to do that. I really did. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not. You know, I have 6 weeks until Christmas. I go back to Kentucky in 6 weeks. And I have a goal, a short-term goal set for that. You know, so I have to get back on track. Still difficult, but I still want to do it. You know, because I still think it's worth it. So, anybody out there, you've fallen off, you know, raise your hand. Show some leg to the next passerby that you need help. You know, hitch a ride back to your wagon, whatever you need to do. You know, for me, I gotta catch my horse and get that shit under control. And that's what I'm doing. So, next time, we'll have some therapy, maybe before then, and we'll feel better about being obsessed with food. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that, but yeah. So, good luck to me, good luck to you, and until next time.